sisters in the Dhamma. It gives me a great pleasure to be here today, that is after a long time. Notable absence is Mr. Chair. I remember last time when I came, he welcomed me and took me upstairs and then started chatting and chanting, but he is not in a position to come here today. We wish him immediate recovery by the power of these meritorious deeds. Now, I just recited a verse from the Dhammapada that is very important part of the Buddha's teaching. That is, Dunnigahasa lahno yatha kama nipatino chittassa damato sadhu chittan dantan sukha avahan. He talks about the mind. And this verse is so important to today's world than it was 2,500 years ago. Because everybody is questioning now, what is mind, where is it, how we can control, why we let the mind to control us, why we don't control mind instead. This is the question that they are even doing research, how to tackle with the problems created by the mind and how we should learn, we should understand what the mind is. So Buddha has taught many different occasions what the mind is, how we should control mind, and why we should control mind, what it brings to us. And this is a very important. And we all, everywhere, irrespective of their religious background or their ethnic background or geographical differences, still people are looking for an answer for this question. What is mind, what it does to us, how we respond to the mind or how we react to the mind, how we take mind under our control. So there is a fight between myself and the mind, because I am trying to control mind, but mind is trying to control me. So there is a conflict of interest. Mind does not want to be controlled by me, but I don't want mind to control me. So this is very important to understand first what the mind is, how we can take it under control. So there is a fight between mind and myself. And those who understand and win the fight, they are the Buddhas, enlightened ones. And they have taught us how we can control our mind, how we can win the fight, battle. And those who win the battle, they are the real people. They are called enlightened ones. Because first it is important to understand what the mind is. People at different scientific research, they did research to find what the mind is, where it is located. They couldn't find, and still they are at a crossroads, whether we will accept the traditional belief, that is, that you are controlled by someone. Human beings, we are like a robot. That is the idea that many people in the Western world, in Europe, had and still having, because they give the responsibility to somebody else. Rather than taking the responsibility for myself, I have given the responsibility to somebody who will take care of me, who will design my destination, and my life is in your hand. But that was once upon a time. People are not ready to believe that kind of things, and they simply regard these beliefs as simply fairy tales. So that's why they are now trying to teach, learn the Buddha's teaching, what Buddha has taught. Here today, we have only a handful of people. But if we give a topic something like that, the halls are full in the Western world. I was invited to give a talk at Florida at the church, and the priest asked me to be there right at 10 we start. I was there. But he took me to his office and told me, Reverend, I will do first the Mass, then we will do the talk about Buddhism. I told him that we have a program to start at 10, yes, but if you do start right now, your program, after program, they will leave. There won't be people for the Mass, because they are here to listen to Buddha's talk about Buddha. They are not here to take part in Mass. Therefore, I want to do Mass first, so that there will be people. So they will definitely remain here after the Mass to listen to the talk. So that's it. So the Buddha's teaching is appealing to everyone. And if there is a free talks like this, hundreds of people come in numbers to listen to Buddha's talks. They organize in where the people gather, and they pay. In Chicago, every week, a meditation class, minimum $50. Hall is full. But here the society is paying for the people to come, but they are not there. That is sad. That is sad because these centers, Buddhist centers in the world, have decided to serve. They are trying their best, putting their energy, time, money to accommodate the needs of the people. But the response is not that good in the East. Buddha was born in the East, but his Dhamma science in the West. That's why one time the British Prime Minister, he said, if you want to war, come to Europe and the West. If you want to peace, go to the East. That is the Buddha's teaching. So it is good to learn a little bit of Buddha's teaching. More you learn Buddha's teaching, more you enjoy. More you enjoy the peace of mind. More you enjoy the happiness. And people who fail to do that, they regret. They regret in their life. They regret in their deathbed. Only about 2 weeks ago, somebody asked me to come to bless a dying husband. I went and I chant, and 3 daughters holding back, trying to push the father to sit on the bed and listen to it. He does not want, of course nobody wants to die, but he shows that he doesn't want to die. But we are trying to console him. But when somebody is dying at that moment, it is very difficult thing for them to understand, because one who is dying, he has lost a memory power. He has lost the ability to grasp the meaning of what we teach or what we try to convince him. Sometimes simply a blessing or anything will be in vain because he is not in a position to grasp it. Some they die with, we chant and say sadhu, sometimes they open the mouth and last word sadhu. This situation is the common thing all over the world, with everyone. For that moment, Buddha's teaching is very important. We all were born crying. None of us were born smiling. Is there anybody who was born with a smile? I can't remember, but I know, according to my mother's, I was crying. We all were born crying. But we are not supposed to die crying. We are not supposed to die. Buddha's teaching is there for us to die with a smile. We were born with crying, but Buddha's teaching is for us to learn and apply and die with a smile. That is the teaching of the Buddha. That's why Westerners and Europeans and so-called educated ones, scientists, psychologists, philosophers, are very much attracted to the Buddha's teaching. How do we understand? One verse like this, Dunnigasa Lahano Yatta Kamani Patino, just I recited from Dhammapada. Your mind is so subtle, so complicated, ill-directed. Yatta Kamani Patino, wherever it wants, it falls down. Chittassa Dhammato, Chittassa means mind. Dhammato, control. Why? Chittan dantan sukha vahan. If you control your mind, it brings the happiness. It brings the peace. It brings the joy. They are the people who will be dying with a smile on their face. And there is no time and place, age limit to understand what the mind does and to take your mind under your control. Normally, the tendency of the mind is it likes to always to divert your attention to always unnecessary thing. That attention, if we can draw it to right side, right direction, then you are on the way to win the war. That is the conflict of interest. That is the fight. You are fighting. You are fighting to take the mind under your control. When mind says, let us do this, you say no. You say no. You control your mind. Why? Because every single moment, we are thinking something. we are doing something and we are accumulating. Whether it is good or bad, that will be decided. Every single moment we are creating. What we are creating? We are creating karma. Karma means whatever we think. If we think good, it will definitely bring you good. If you think bad, it will definitely bring you bad. So it looks like it is not that a big thing, but it is the most important thing. That is why they said the mindfulness, to be aware what you talk, what you do, what you think. If you take your mind under your control, you never think ill of others, bad of others. You never use any slant words, bad words, abusive words against anybody in your speech. Even when you look at somebody, you will not look at with the bad motives, because these are the things that we generate every single moment. End of the day, if you just, before you leave your daily activities and before you go to bed, if you can reflect what you have done today, whether it is good or bad, you try to reflect. Then if you have done, whether it is good or bad. How many times I have been angry? How many times I looked at somebody with revenge, anger? And how many times I used abusive word? How many times I looked at others with bad motives? That is kind of mindfulness. We reflect, you reflect, and try to give up. Try to give all these things. Because without our knowledge, without our participation, we are doing lots of harm to, not to others, but to ourselves. So that's the reason we said, always think positive. Never think bad of others. Never speak bad of others. Never try to do anything bad for others. If you are able to control these, your physical and your mind and your speech, in a controlled manner, you are fighting with your mind. You are fighting with your mind, because mind will not allow you, because we have been used to opposite way. We have been used to opposite way. Always look at others with bad motives. And we try to control our mind to put in right direction. Right direction means I do not look at others in critical way, in ugly manner. I do not use any words that is critical of others or abusive words. And I do not physically involve in anything that is harmful to others. This must be the mantra. This is the mantra that we must practice. I do not speak ill of others. I do not look at others with bad motives. I do not do anything harmful to others, because before harming others, I harm myself. This is what is very important. This is what, to control our mind, control our thoughts, control our action. Simple thing. But only thing that we need to be aware, mindful, what I am doing. Within 24 hours a day, how many hours we are doing something not to harm others, but doing others harm. I am doing harm to myself. And this is what we call samsara. Samsara. Birth, death. We come here for how long? 100 years maximum. How many days? Maybe 25, 30,000. How many thousand will go to childhood age? How many thousand go to old age? How many thousand days for enjoying? When we divide into that, only short period of life. Only short period of how many thousand days? So we must understand what the life is. How we control our mind. Control mind brings happiness. Control mind shapes your life here and hereafter. And without controlling our mind, we will never be able to be free from this long journey of samsara. We are born again and few years, 20 years, 1,000 years, days, and we go, live here. And for where? Then again to exist another 15 or 20,000 days. That also we live. Again we go live this to exist another 20 or 30,000 days. And within this short period of time, I prolong my existence. I shorten my stay. So this is what is important to understand, how we control our life, how we let our mind to be under my control. And for this, there is no other way other than meditation. Other than meditation, there is no way to get your mind under control. People like to listen to Dhamma talk, people like to treat, people like to see. But most important thing is the practice. They want to chant hours and hours. They want to chant 2 hours and only 5 minutes for meditation. The most important thing is neglected. Here in Europe or in America, they put more time to practice, less chanting or no chanting. But here we put hours and hours chanting. Even a Dhamma talk, absence of chanting is not considered as a Dhamma talk. It has come to that level. So you need a bit of chanting. Otherwise it is not considered as a perfect Dhamma talk. So what is most important is practice. Practices. Somebody came to Buddha, a monk who came, paying homage to Buddha, and sit in a corner. And again, when Buddha saw him doing that, he changed his location and went to another corner and hiding himself and looking at the Buddha and paying homage. Buddha called him. His name was Vakkali. Buddha called him and Buddha questioned him. What are you doing, Vakkali? The Reverend Vakkali said, oh Lord Buddha, when I look at your face, it gives me peace. You look so very nice. I'm looking at. Buddha's advice to him is the guiding direction for all of us. What the Buddha said. Kinte Vakkali Imina Puti Kayena Dittena Dhammena Yoko Vakkali Dhammam Passati Somam Passati. Vakkali. What is the use of looking at this physical body, impermanent physical body? Vakkali, one who sees, one who practices my teaching, he is the one who sees my Dhamma. Your Dhammam Passati Somam Passati, one who sees my teaching, he will see me, not this physical body. Buddha never encouraged to read hours and chanting. He always encouraged to do a bit of meditation. That will help you to see who you are. Without seeing you who you are, you won't be able to. Now, last 2 weeks ago, I was asked to conduct a meditation class for the kids. Very difficult thing. Very difficult thing. I said, okay, you all others can stay outside, sit there, but let the children sit. About 30, 40 people, kids, right? I simply told them, you must sit cross-legged, keep your hand, but you don't move your hands or legs. Just keep your hands, sit without moving your head or hands or without scratching. Just sit, look at me here. 5 minutes. Then after, even before 5 minutes, I stopped, I said, okay, now how many of you were able to sit without moving hands or scratching? Only few who were, others were doing this. And I tried to make them understand what the meditation is, to teach them first physical control. Without physical meditation, there is no mental meditation. We sit for meditation, but we should notice. You must observe how our physical body is working. If I am unable to sit for a few minutes without moving my head and legs and without blinking for a few minutes, I will not be able to go to my mind and ask my mind to be calm, because my physical body is not under my control. You must take the physical body under your control. Vina kaya bhavana chitta bhavana natti. Buddha said, Vina kaya bhavana, vina means without, kaya, physical, bhavana, concentration. Without physical concentration, chitta, mind, bhavana, natti, mind control is not possible. First you control your physical body. If you can, those who try to meditate, those who have not yet started, just try to sit for a few minutes without moving your legs and hands and without blinking. That will help you to observe how your physical body is working. You will feel like scratching, but you don't do it. You feel like stretching your legs, but you don't do it, because you take under control. When you are able to do this 5 minutes without blinking, without scratching your physical body, without stretching your legs, you are not answering the request of the body to scratch, but you are not doing that. Sometimes you feel that pain. If you are going to answer pain and stretch the legs, you are not doing your physical meditation. You have become a laborer, or what you call, you have become a slave to the pain. You are under control of the pain, but you control your pain. Only a few minutes. When you are able to control your physical body for a few minutes, you will see, I am motionless physically for 5 minutes. A great advantage. You continue to do that. You continue to do that. Then, when you are able to control your physical body for 10 minutes, great success. Great success. You continue, don't do that meditation, don't do meditation, just continue to do this. Sit for 5-10 minutes without moving your physical body, hands or legs, or without answering to the mind request that you stretch your legs. No, you keep that. You are fighting now. That fight is needed there. But you don't answer the physical request. Please stretch legs, I'm painful. You are not stretching. Stay there. That is where the basic alphabet of the meditation, the beginning, preliminary technique of the meditation. When you try to do that, you are in few minutes, daily. You do that until you are able to do 15 minutes. A great success. A great success. This is the Buddha's teaching. This is the Buddha's teaching. Kaya bhavana natti iti, chitta bhavana natti. Without physical control, without physical restraint, without physical meditation, bhavana, chitta bhavana natti. There's no mental meditation. Now you go, all of a sudden I'm going to meditation, I sit and sit, then I go, it doesn't work for me, it's not for me. Meditation is not for me. I don't know meditation is meant for whom. Especially meditation is meant for all of us, because we are still to be civilized, including me. Otherwise you think I'm insulting you. No. We need to control our physical body. We need to control our physical body. One day, I was asking somebody, now you see, in this physical body, a blood circulation at a fast speed, the blood is running fast through veins and here and there. Can you feel the noise? Any voice, noise from there? It's noisy, but can you hear that? Blood is going through this small vein, fast. Have you noticed? Have you noticed? It doesn't move slowly, it goes fast. It is not going straight because it goes like this, listen. When it goes fast, there is a sound. Have you seen that? Have you heard that? Very sensitive feeling. Now, what's about the warmth? Our body, warmth. Absence of warmth, there's heat. We are dead. Do you feel the heat? Now, when you sit for physical meditation, when you try to control your physical body, you are not yet in the meditation. You are still a preliminary level, you are trying to control, you are preparing. You are preparing. Your preparation for the meditation. And here the preparation is that you are taking your physical body under your control. When you take your physical body under your control, you will hear the voice of the blood. Sickling. If you have failed to do that, you are not yet there. You feel the blood circulation because we're going so fast. Physical body, now you are through physical body, you are entering into the body, now you feel the circulation of body, the noise. Now you also slowly you feel the warmth of the body. Now after that, you try to begin to go to your mind, to control. If you are not aware of these things, if you are not prepared yourself for meditation, and if you try to go and sit and breathe in, it does not work. It does not work. Why? In the ancient time, karate masters, Tai Chi masters, Kung Fu masters, what they did. The karate is a technique of not the physical body. Tai Chi is not the physical body. Kung Fu is not the physical body. Energy is the energy inside. When in the ancient time, when the monks in China, they were asked hours and hours sitting, meditation, and sometimes they are knee pain, want to stretch legs, but without losing concentration. They simply stretch their legs slowly and stretch their legs. They stand slowly and they slowly walk for meditation without losing concentration. Left, right, left, right. When they walk like this, some people on the road, they come and push the monks away. These monks, without reacting, they simply, without losing concentration, they simply do like this. Concentration is there, energy is there. It's not physical energy, it's a mental energy. Push them, they flow down. And later this technique was developed, Tai Chi Kung Fu. This is the origin of Tai Chi Kung Fu, or Shiatsu. All this is from the meditation. It is very important to know that physical concentration is very important. If you do not have the physical control, mental meditation is very hard. It's merely impossible. So that's why many people who are unsuccessful, why? You say, I have heard many times, oh, I went for meditation, it's not for me. It's for whom? Because you do not know how it is to be done, why it is to be done. You are doing something, right? So prepare yourself for this. Then try to approach the mind. Only about a few days ago, a monk, I ordained him. Elliot, he called me, Bhante. He was, of course, from on and off. Sometimes become months for 1 month, 2 months, then again it's layman, and again comes. Then I was in Canada. Then Sentul chief was there. Sentul chief gave him ordination. When I came, he told me I want to get reordained. Then I said, you have been already ordained by the chief, so no, I won't. Then I told him, go and ask chief if he allows me, I do that. Then chief told me, yeah, if he wants to get me. So I ordained him. And here this person, he's in a deathbed. In a way, he's not in a deathbed, but he called me and said, life is useless. Quite well-to-do man. Sometimes I feel like it comes to my mind sometimes. Suicide. I said, having been so long practicing learning medicine, you talk about this kind of nonsense, you must be ashamed of yourself. You must be ashamed of yourself. This is totally against the Buddha's teaching what you're doing. That means you have not practiced meditation. That means you have never reflected on the death. Then I asked, what is the reason? I feel lonely. What do you mean? I am lonely too. What do you mean? Then I tried to convince him. My son died. So what? You're also going to die. I'm also going to die. I don't know whether you will die first or me, but your son died before you. So there is no order that is father must die first, son must die later. There is no order like that. I tried to convince him, try to do this thing. And I tried to explain the good side of meditation. But a few days ago he died. But people, without knowing right thing and proper way how to do that, they simply give up meditation because they are expecting something. Like in America and other places, they always try to see one CEO for a big corporation, like a Google. He packed up things and went for 2 weeks. He said that I'm going for 2 weeks. Perhaps I don't need a ride, maybe I can come up. I can fly back. I'm going for meditation. He thought the meditation is something that there is something, you open the door and go and do some shopping. There he learned what meditation is. There people understand what I am doing, what is to be done, where I went wrong. So it is good to understand what the meditation is and try to practice it. When you have friends, especially those who are seniors, you never do it alone. This is the greatest opportunity for you to come to here. The best place where you can come and sit for a while and practice meditation, because that alone will be the thing will be guiding you until you die and after even death. It's the greatest opportunity for you to come and sit and meditate. It's the greatest opportunity. See the people in the West, they pay $50, $100. Queen Elizabeth, who died recently, he hired a man from the Cambridge University who happened to be a Buddhist. She advertised, 12 years ago, she advertised agency. He got an agency to advertise. She was looking for somebody who could guide Vipassana meditation. She hired. Agreement with this professor from the Cambridge University. He happened to be a Buddhist from Sri Lanka. When we interviewed, he had to agree that this must be seated between the royal palace and yourself, that you will never reveal this to anybody. Agreed. You have to come every weekend to the palace and to assist Her Majesty, agreed. You will be this much paid, agreed. Utmost thing is that you will never able to allow to bring anybody with you, agreed. This man was conducting meditation for the last 12 years. After about 8-9 years, this man said, "Oh, Your Majesty, your progression is extremely good. I want to tell this to the world so that people will follow you. Your Majesty, will you permit me?" She simply kept silent. So he did raise this question. Only about 2 years ago, he raised this again. "Your Majesty, you are doing great. Your Majesty, many people around the world, they follow you. When you change your black shoes to white, they change black shoes. They buy white shoes. When you wear one pant, one side blue, other side red, they also follow that. This is because people are following. Therefore, Your Majesty, if I tell the people that you are practicing meditation, it's a great thing. You are encouraging people." She kept silent again. After 6 months again, he said, "Your Majesty, will you permit me?" She said, "If you want." At that point, he gave an interview. He said, "I was hired by Her Majesty 12 years ago. And these are the conditions I didn't want to tell." She was so humble, so simple, and this was not for advertising. But she is progressing. Every day she is practicing meditation, morning and evening. Whenever time permits, she also doing practice meditation. She is very healthy, happy. Prince Charles is who's king now, practicing meditation. Bill Clinton President practicing meditation. Al Gore President practicing meditation. George Bush is practicing meditation. President Obama is practicing meditation. All these people, Hillary Clinton is practicing meditation. Michelle Obama is practicing meditation. All these people, they were practicing meditation. They were to the heart of the meditation. It has become the part of their daily routine. When Queen died, she also died in meditation. How nice. What a blessed life. She had to spend money to get one, but don't. Take part. The best thing is that if you can encourage someone, don't come alone to sit. Bring someone along with you. Because somebody came to Buddha and asked, "What is the best as a friend I can do for others?" As a friend, encourage them to do good and be good and conduct them. So don't come alone to the center. Come with someone. You are doing a great service to him, and in return you are also doing a greatest merit. Offering dana is good, but the most important thing is the meditation. Doesn't cost anything. Doesn't cost anything. Just try to practice meditation, and instead of asking them to go to coffee shop or somewhere chatting, bring them here. You are doing the greatest service to your friend, and in return you are doing the greatest thing to encourage somebody to do something. Therefore it is very important. You will be called Satpurusha, a noble person, noble friend. Don't do alone, share it with other friends. You increase your number to 1 to 2 and make this whole full. Then you will be happy. Even in your dream you will see that these things, and it will guide you here and hereafter. I know 2 years ago when I came to this place, Mr. Chair, a joyful man, very friendly, always in come to temple, come front. And the first question, a long time ago, he asked me, first time when I met him, he asked a question. He asked me, Bhante, why this Buddha is having always a black ball and all the pictures are like this? I said it is Prof Seevali, who has practiced the dana millions of times, and he is rewarded by that. Even Buddha goes out for charikas, with the people. Buddha always asks, is there Prof Seevali? Because even 1,000 in numbers, no monks will fast without food. Because the power of Venerable Seevali, that's a sign of God. So dana is good, but it is not alone. This is the first step. Dana, Sila, Panya, Varya, Kanti, all these, Dasa Paramita. But we have only climbed to one level. Steps 10, we are still on the first step. Dana only, no Sila, no Bhavana, no Shanti, no Parami. What is it? Dasa Paramita. Because if you try to give dana and then you are trying to buy the nirvana, you cannot. Dana is helping you, but it is easy thing. But try it. It is a human level. But when you climb up to the next level, we are human beings, but we are not supposed to live every day for the rest of our life and next life also human. We must elevate our level from human to divine. Divine level is not having 4 eyes, 2 hands, 4 hands. It's our mind. Develop our mind, become somebody. But in failing to do so that, if you fall down from human level to subhuman level, that is merely impossible to come out of that level to the human level. That's what the Buddha said. Very difficult to have a human life. Take this opportunity. You are fortunate to have the access to a center where you can practice, where you can develop a spiritual life. But millions of people who have everything, no access to Dhamma, no access to meditation. So how fortunate you are. It is also a blessing. So make a part of your life daily to meditate. Bring someone to the center and encourage. You will double your merits, triple your merits, because you are teaching others to be good, teaching others to lead a good life, and not here only, but hereafter. That's what the Buddha said. Dunni gahasalhavno yatta kama nipatino chittassa damato sadhu chittam dantam sukhavaham. This mind, which is difficult to control, tame, if you control that mind, if you let the mind not to control, don't let the mind to control you, but control your mind. Chittasa dhammato sadhu, controlling mind is great. Chittam dantam sukhavaham, control mind, bring happiness. This is what. Natam mata anatam pita, khaira tirtham sumatuma. Even your mother or father, whom we love always our mothers and fathers, but the controlled mind will do more than what your mother and father can do to you. So it is the mind control. Don't let the mind run you. Instead, you run the mind. And to do that, you need control, physical control. Especially those who are the later part of their lives, those who are here at retirement, just sit and do meditation. Great opportunity. Like Queen, she did at the age of 90. Practicing meditation, practicing meditation. practicing even the days before death. Practicing meditation, practicing meditation. Some of them vegetarian. They never say others that they are vegetarian, because people begin to not to eat meat, then Buddhists will complain against the royal family, because you are not eating meat, people are beginning to eat, they are giving up meat. It's bad for our business, they might say. So it's good to do this thing. Understand this importance of the meditation in the Buddha's teaching. This mind goes far and control. What I said was, just sit without moving your legs, hands, and without blinking, and without answering request by your knees to scratch. You don't scratch or you don't stretch. So that's the way to physical meditation. I think we need to do a little bit of meditation together as a part of this. Are you ready to do that? Are you able to do meditation? Who is there who is practicing daily meditation? Anybody? Don't be shy. Good. That's good. That's great. Why don't you do meditation daily? Why don't you do meditation daily? It doesn't cost anything. Walk from the place to here. It's a good walk. Sit in front of the Buddha. Do a few minutes a day. That's the great. And that will be rewarding. More you do perfectly, it will answer your questions. It will tame, you become more tame, more calm. And that will be the best way.